Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Saturday. Well, today we are going to be working on the colorful Phoenix, and it is an 11 count and it's 60 by 60, and I got this from Everydayecrafts. This was one that they sent me to try out. Love this. Love it. It's all in DMC or equivalent thereof. Yeah, it has been a morning. What a day. I'm telling you. Molly, don't even start. I feel like I've been on the phone since 7:30 this morning. I talked to my friend Eva for a while, and then my sister called, and then my daughter called, and I had to hang up and call her because I didn't know if anything, what's going on. Nothing. She's like, what are you doing? That's always my first clue is why? Do you need me to babysit? What is going on? No. She just wanted to talk. So I talked to her for a little bit. Then I called my sister back and talked to her for a while, and I just now got off the phone. I'm like, holy cow. Holy cow. So I've been talking. So we might as well continue, right? Not much going on here. Just kind of quiet, if you will. Except for the phone conversations. They went well. It was good. It was good to talk to Eva up in Canada. I always enjoy that. And talk to my sister and my daughter, so I get all my phone calls done in one day, I think. But, oh, goodness. I'm trying to roll it back there so it will stay where I want it. Hang on. Gotta move it again. It's kind of big. I don't know per se how big. Let's see here. I think it's about 20 by 20. No, maybe. Well, it's 19 by 19. About 19 and a quarter. Which, for all you other people, it is 48 by 48. So, maybe 48 and a half centimeters. Oh, goodness gracious. I got a sparkly thing there. I don't know what that was. So we're working up on this wing. Like I said, there's going to be like 9 more color changes in between all that. So that's why I haven't finished that. Nothing worse than having to get one little piece of thread for 3 or 4 things. So it'll get done one way or another. But I thought we'd just start with this bright yellow. It's kind of warm today. It's like 70 degrees out there right now, maybe 74. It's supposed to get to be another 10 degrees warmer, so we'll see what happens. I haven't been out there to go anywhere today. I kind of like to get my running around done, first thing in the morning a little bit, and that way I don't have to be out there in the heat, and then Molly gets to go, But not when it's terribly hot, or I have, like, something that's going to take a long amount of time, I don't take her, if I know it's going to keep getting warmer. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't need to be all out in all that heat. It just doesn't happen for her. Yesterday I worked all day, off and on I should say, on my beaded tiger. Now I got it from the Matryoshka Lovely store. Somebody asked me about that. And I'll try. I have to go back to it from AliExpress. Molly, hush. Sorry, now I got to end this. Told you there was like 4 of every other color. I'm telling you. But try to just stick with this one symbol. if at all possible. Some I can see and some I can't really see, because they're so close together. I'm just going to have to look that up on... Comes with a really nice booklet. You know, don't get me wrong. It'll work. Now we're going to move you over, because I have to come over here. So no big plans for today. I think I'll get out my... I have some brats that I bought, and I froze because I didn't know exactly when I was going to use them. So, and they were on sale. I like to get those nice Johnsonville beer brats when they're on sale, because otherwise they're like $6, so they're almost $1 a piece. I think there's either 5 or 6 in there, you know, in a package, but they usually have them on sale this time of year, you know, for like $3 or $4. So it's not too bad. But I'll buy some ahead, because they freeze up nice. And that way I have them. But they're raw, so you have to actually cook those. And I'll get them cooked and eat what I'm going to eat, and then freeze the rest. And then I can pull them out if I want them, you know, at nighttime. Especially on those nights I work till 10. And just get one out and eat that, instead of having to cook. My eye is itching. Oh my goodness. Just take out 1 or 2. Depends on the day, because I don't want a whole lot to eat before I go to bed. And I'm only up for like a couple hours. But I also want something fast. Sometimes I'll get TV dinners to cook for those nights. And I don't have to cook anymore. I really wanted to make burritos, but, you know, I didn't get the green chili out in time, and I freeze my green chili. I make 12 quarts at a time. So, I freeze them in the Ziploc freezer bags, about, a cup or 2. And that way it's enough to put over the top of a couple burritos, you know, for a couple days. So, yeah. And sometimes I'll have green chili over eggs. Really like that part. But I do have some refried beans in there. And I've got that taco meat that I made the other day. It's in the freezer, because I never know when I want that again. I like tacos, but yeah, I'm good for once. Yeah, that's why I freeze the meat. But I'll make a whole pound of it, just so that I have enough for the next time. And it comes out of there, it'll crumble, you know, and just heat it up in the microwave and do with it as I wish. But, and I'm not one of those people that, if I fix burritos, have to have sour cream and salsa and 9 million other things that go on top of a burrito. I just make a burrito, because I'm usually starving and let's get this done. So, yeah. But other than that, I know. Food, it's so exciting, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not even into making up brand new recipes. It just work with what I got in my brain, so to speak. Hopefully this thread will last longer. I'm going with the ones I can see here. There's a lot of yellows and oranges in the wing-ish. Then we'll work our way into the flowers, but there's like yellow there, and up on top, so there, and around his neck, and everywhere. Just love this. All the beautiful colors. I loved all the beautiful colors. There are 30... I can't see it upside down. Hang on. It'll be a hot moment. 37, that's what I thought. 37 colors in this. So that makes it look nice and bright and colorful and cheery. And Don't know if I'll be working on the background soon or not. I'm just not about that one color forever and ever and ever and ever. It drives me crazy. So sometimes it's just best to skip it. But personal preference. We'll see what happens. But I did make some progress on my beaded tiger. I just absolutely love it. Okay, so we'll go back over here. Hopefully you're still in view. So no great plans. I don't think my daughter wanted to go anywhere today, per se. To run into town and get the dog some more dog food. She just eats those little Caesar meals. I don't know. They come in a little square thing. They're juicy and they're like canned dog food in a little flat container. And I add a little bit of dry, I think it's kibbles and bits actually this time. Sometimes it's not. It's whatever for small dogs. We're still talking about food. I'm sorry. Oop. So. Haven't worked on too much of anything else or different. I try to work on at least some pre-stamped, and I work on some counted cross stitch just to kind of break up the monotony. I can only sit there and do one thing for about an hour, sometimes two. Yesterday it was like off and on. I'd pick it up and put it down, pick it up and put it down, because I did other things around the house. But I like to keep it mixed up. It keeps me interested. And then I'll think, oh, I got to work on so-and-so, or it'll never get done. And then, you know, just focus on one or two things. I try not to get too head up about it. It's supposed to be fun. That wing is coming along. It's really pretty. I think I'll work on his head maybe today. Get parts of it done. Like I said, you're going to have to pull out just short pieces. And I try to get all that done so I don't have to put it all back. I hate doing that. Then I have things tied on to each color. It's just sad. That's when the knots come in. But I don't take the time to put them on bobbins or anything like that. Sometimes there's just way too much thread, you know, to even do that. And I'm just not about that. I want to just stitch, you know. So I don't mess with the details. Just what I can get done. It's just kind of all over the place. I don't know which direction to go first. I guess I'll just stay over here. Because it starts to get kind of, what do you call it? Checkerboardy, so to speak. I don't know how else to call it. It looks like checkerboard. But I'm just trying to finish one section at a time so I'm not going so far with the thread. I got about 4 threads over here of various different colors, so I have to figure out what those colors are when I go to pull something. I hear people slamming the door. It's Saturday, though. Slamming car doors out there. They're coming and going. I just still don't hear any kids. There aren't a lot of children, or they don't play outside down this way. I think everybody within 3 or 4 houses of me, in front of me or in back of me or beside me, don't have children. You know, I mean, if they do, they're older, of course. But there's no kids out playing all the time, non-stop. Molly'd be just nuts. Because, yeah. You know, she owns the park, right? I'm telling you. Dogs. Oh, we got all that part done, and now I need to change my thread again. I just take the big long string and cut it in half, and then I divide it into fourths. Like, where did my thread go? Put it right there where I can see it. Sorry about that. Jeez. And then it keeps moving around on me. Because it's square and it won't lay square flat on this table because I have too much crap. Yep, I need 2 more bookcases. I'm about ready to tell my daughter that I need shelves built at the top of the, what do you call them? The top of the curtain rods. Not top up, you know, like right above it. There's about a, it's close to a foot high there in between the top of the curtain rods. So I was thinking if I could put in some shelves, I'd have room to put all my books. But they're still stacked up. Do you think I put any of those books on the 2 new bookshelves? No. I'm using them for all my cross-stitch stuff. And I do have some figurines, shall we say, on one of my other shelving units. Or shelf piece it. Blah! My shelf. Bookcase. That's it. Yeah, it's called a bookcase, but have I put books on them? No. There's some flat books, but they're like crochet and some of them are cross-stitch books that I picked up at the thrift store. But they're laying down only because I don't have any other place to put them. I don't want to put them in a drawer and forget them, because I might actually want to use some of them. And they're pretty dated, you know, the ones I got from the thrift store. I mean, they were like 70s and 80s stuff, so it's nothing that's up to date. And I looked at the grocery store to see if they even had any quilt magazines or any kind of cross-stitch magazines. None. Absolutely none. And that's the only place, well, they might have magazines at Walmart. I have no idea. Whoops, we don't need that color. I don't buy magazines. I don't know what all the magazines are, but none of them are any kind of artsy craftsy things that you could do. They have, and it's real small at the grocery store. And they don't sell magazines any other store here in town. Now you can get old copies of stuff. I've gotten them at the thrift store, but they're really dated as well. I picked up a few things, but nothing real exciting or new. And even the sewing place, they don't have, you know, that sewing thing. They have a few books on quilting. They have more quilting books than they do anything else, because that's 90% of their business is, they have lots of, not a whole bunch, but some cotton material, you know, like you'd put a quilt together with, but I'm not interested. I've been down that path, and I just don't want to have to go there again. I liked it and all that, but it was spendy. I can do this, and we can do a whole lot more with the money, you know, than that. So I don't end up getting any sewing patterns, you know, like cross stitch books, or, you know, from, like, say, Blackbird. They don't carry any of that. None. So I just rely on 1, 2, 3 stitch for those kind of things. So yeah, I don't see, and there are no oh, you know how you have a specialty yarn shop, or even a local needlework shop. They don't have any of that here. They have one place, and it is a knitting. They carry yarns, and they probably carry all different kinds, and I'm sure they're higher than a cat's back, but never been in it. But they're only open to appointment only, and it was like that before COVID, so never been in there. They're a real specialty place. Somebody made a business out of a house, and I don't know if they're not there during the winter or not. I've never been in there, so don't have a clue. Not one clue. So I looked, and the Everydayecrafts order is still not to even Denver yet, so we're probably looking at another week again, so we'll see what happens next week. It did get to the United States, but it's in Nevada now, so we'll see. I don't understand why it takes so dang long to get something. I swear, the post office just gets worse and worse. Now, I'm sure that they've got lots of stuff that's being shipped back and forth, plus letters and stuff, and bills and everything else, but it does seem like they could get it together. And unless you want to pay totally high price, you know, to ship something, you know, and go through FedEx. I mean, FedEx is outrageous. So it's like, nope, not doing it. I'm trying to run this thread out. I figured we got it. I'm about down to one thread here. Whoops. I knew that wasn't going to last very long. No, I just pull it out, tie a knot in it, and go on. Come on. Get out of there. Oh, goodness. Get a hold of that needle. This is a nice thin type. What in the world? A thin canvas. I like it. It's really nice. It's easy to hang on to, and all the edges are serged, so it doesn't cut into your hand while you're trying to hang on to it, which helps. Finally got rid of all that smoke. Evidently it was from fires in New Mexico. Let's see, New Mexico and Arizona, they said. So the wind must have been blowing it in. So I didn't know. Somebody asked me about that when I was at work, and I'm like, no, I don't know that we have a fire close by, but you couldn't hardly see the mountains. It was so smoky around here. I had to look. That said 17. It was freaking me out. I was like, what was that number? I'm telling you. Get up there, you silly thing. Halfway through, sometimes I'll forget the number I'm going after, just trying to find the thread, and then I forgot what the symbol was. This is not good for people. I'm telling you. I'm getting old. But at least all the colors are there, and all you got to do is stitch it, so it can't be too bad. As long as I can just remember what symbol and what number I'm going after. It helps. Almost got this little design here. But I really like that bead thing that I have that holds the beads. You have no idea how much easier that is to sit on the couch and sew those beads in. It just goes lickety-split compared to sitting at this table forever, because that just kills me. I'll have to get another color out here and try to pick one that's up here in this wing so that I can finish it. It'd be nice that way and easy. But the thread's really nice. It lays down really good. And it doesn't feel fuzzy or thin. So that part I'm really liking. Just get it to pull through here. Sometimes it gets a little stiff and hard to pull through, you know, once you got another row of stitches there, but we're good. It lays just fine. It's creeping again, can you tell? Gotta push it back. So other than going to the grocery store, I don't think we're doing a darn thing. We go through these dry spells of not doing or going anywhere. And now it gets hot during the day, and then you gotta fight the tourists for where you're going. It's like, okay, yeah. That's why I say it's so much better in the fall and in the spring to go somewhere. Might be a little chilly when you get there, but hey, I can put on clothes. But I do hate being totally hot. Just cannot handle that at all. The other night I worked a little bit on my golden phoenix, trying to get some of that pattern, done. It's slow going, but because it has some open spaces. Now this, it's a little more diversified in colors. It doesn't have so many big, like this, you know, where you got to stitch a lot of one color. But they all have their own issues. But between this and the beaded cross stitch, this goes so much faster than beaded cross stitch for me. But I still like them both. I'm just picky and choosy about what I get. And I love these ones with all different colors, but then I don't realize that there's a lot of color changes, you know. So we just take it a little bit at a time, one symbol at a time. It's about all you can do. I'll lay this down in a minute and let you know how far we got. So we've closed the gap here on a couple things. It's really funny when I go from pre-stamped, oops, I went backwards, dagnabbit, pre-stamped to counted cross stitch because the material is so much softer. So it's kind of a change. I'm not going to make that extra stitch, am I? Dagnabbit. Nope. I can't get my hand to go that way. I don't think. Come on. But I still like working on the pre-stamped. I don't care what anybody says. I just love them. Okay, let me pull that out so that I know where the needle's at. So, got that part done. It must be a flower or something that's right there. Where is it? Yeah. So that'll be one of the flowers, and then I got to do all that part in there. And it's so pretty, just so pretty. I don't know if it has. I'm trying to get it undone. All the other booklets like open from this side that way. This is a big old square. I was looking to see. Nope, there's no back stitching. I was looking. But no back stitching. It has a nice big key so you can see what the symbol is, and like you saw, and it's easy to, and it's all gridded, you know, up and down. So that's all easy. All right, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. If you like, sorry this is so late. Hang in there. We'll get it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and please hit the bell. And that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.